Hey, what's up, Ron? This is Devin from Plumber HVAC Leads. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I really appreciate Dee speaking to me earlier. I'm just going to really briefly show you how to improve your website so you can start bringing in more traffic and bringing in more customers ultimately through your website, just like your competitors are. I'm going to compare you to one of your competitors to show you why they're ranking the way they are and how you can beat them. I make these videos just because I'm trying to give back to the community. I know there's a lot of plumbers out there who are trying to, transition from the Yellow Pages world to the website world, and they don't really have like the time to learn how to make the internet work for them. And so I give away these free attack plans, and some plumbers end up just doing it themselves, some end up calling me back. But either way, whatever you want to do is okay with me. If you do want some help later on, you can give me a call. If you want to take this information and do it yourself, please do. But I'm going to briefly talk to you about the three biggest important things when it comes to search engine optimization. It's going to be content, backlinks, and then citations. Let's first start by looking at your website. So your website is really, really clean. It's a really good looking website. I don't know if you did this yourself. Convertly, I don't know if that is a website. Or I don't know if it's somebody who does SEO, or if you paid them to do it, or if you built this website yourself. But it's a really good looking website for sure. I like the color schemes. I like the photo. It looks pretty professional. Now, unfortunately, Google doesn't rank you based off of how good looking your website is. What they do is their goal is to put their customers in front of the best website to answer all their questions. And that website is typically the website that has the most content on it or the most words. So the average website on the front page of Google right now has about 1,890 words. So you're going to want to be somewhere around there. And you're currently sitting at about 500 words on this front page. So you're going to want to get that up to about 1,500 to 2,000. If you look at your main competitor, Vallejo Plumbers, these guys are coming up number one when you type in Vallejo Plumber. And let me bring that up. Whoops. Go back here. Yeah, Vallejo Plumber. These guys come up right away at the top. And so to get here, if you see how much content these guys have, they have close to about 2,000 words on this page. So in Google's eyes, these guys are going to answer all their customers' questions. So that's what you want to beat first. I would recommend in your specific situation, since you have competition like this, to go for like 2,000 to 2,500 words. Okay. After you beat them in content, you got to be considered trustworthy. So, one more thing, actually. Let me see what the images are saved as. Oh, their images aren't saved correctly. So whatever image was saved as does count as content. And so they're saving these as numbers, but they should be saving them as like Vallejo Plumber or Vallejo Plumbing or Toilet Repair Vallejo, stuff like that. And they're not doing that. So you could easily beat them there as well. So that's tip number one. Now, after you make yourself an authority, you need to be considered trustworthy. And how Google determines that is they look at how many other websites are linking to your website, driving traffic to your website. Because in their eyes, that's like that website vouching for you. But keep in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. So that means you're going to get a lot more power from other plumbing companies linking to you than you would from like Pizza Hut linking to you, because Google knows you're not a pizza company. And so the tool I use to check this out is called Ahrefs. It costs about $1,000 a month, but it gives you some really valuable data on what's going on in the back end of a website. So it might be something that you want to invest in down the road if you do want to take this route. It says your website hasn't been around that long, since August of 18 when you got your first link, and you really started taking off around May of 2020, and you just shot up extremely fast. It looks like it's probably when you hired some kind of SEO company to do that, and to jump up that quickly is usually a red flag for Google, because that's not organic. Usually you'll see like they'll slowly creep up in backlinks. So one thing to keep in mind, they may have sandbagged you for that, which means you're kind of take like a little bit of a penalty for anywhere from 6 to 8 months. But after that, it should be good. But the big thing is you want to make sure that the websites that are linking to you are relevant to what you do. Now, I looked through this before, and none of these have anything to do whatsoever with plumbing. And so the problem with that is Google has cracked down on this kind of thing. There's a ton of marketers out there that are just getting the same old cookie cutter websites, and they're just throwing them at people. And Google doesn't like that. They know that what's happening. They know you're gaming the system, and so they don't really give you that much power. If you look at your main competitor, Vallejo Plumbing, these guys only have 18 websites linking to them versus your 222. But they're getting ranked up for the keywords that you want. So like Vallejo Plumber, they're right here at the top. Plumber Vallejo, California, 3rd position. Vallejo Plumber, 2nd position. Look, they're all at the top for all these keywords that have all this volume people are searching for. These are all buyer intent keywords. And so you want to be at the top for all this stuff, because that's a lot of business that comes right towards you. And they're still climbing in the ranks. All right. So that's my second tip. And see, they jumped up, but they did this a long time ago. So they probably got sandbagged themselves, but they've just been sitting for a long time. And they have the proper content, and they have the proper backlinks. So once you beat them in content, once you beat them in backlinks, you're going to start outranking them. Okay. And let me see what backlinks they have. They might not even have the right backlinks either. I don't know what Plumbeers is. That might be But Find Home Pro, that's a good one. HVAC repair, that has to do with what they're, what they're offering. A lot of plumbers and HVACs work together. That's why my name is Plumber HVAC Leads. So that's tip 2. After you get your content up, you want to get the proper backlinks. The last thing is when somebody does type in Vallejo Plumber and they're ready to buy, they're going to call the first plumber that shows up that seems trustworthy. And you want to be that plumber. Those are going to be the easiest customers to close. People skip these ads all the time. It could be from bad experiences in the past. They may have ad blockers, whatever it may be. And so where you want to rank yourself is right here in the Google My Business section. And I can see you're right here at the bottom. To get up to the top, you need to have more citations than your competitors, which is anywhere where your name, your address, and your phone number are listed in different directories across the web, like Yelp, Yext, Yellow Pages, White Pages, Facebook, Angie's List, Home Advisor, City Star. These are all the most common ones. My favorite strategy here is just to figure out what directories these guys are listed in. Go list yourself in those same ones, but then add a bunch more on top. So like if Vallejo Plumbers here is listed in 150 directories, go put yourself in like 250, if not 300, okay? That's all I've got for you, Ron. I hope you found this really informative. As a really quick recap, to get your website up, you're going to want to get your content up to about 2,200 to 2,500 words to make sure you beat these guys. They're sitting at about 1,800 words themselves. Also, make sure your images are saved properly. I didn't get to see yours yet. So your images aren't saved properly, their images aren't saved properly. You can make sure these images are saved as keywords like plumber and Vallejo, Vallejo plumber, whatever people are going to be searching into Google to find your business. Also, make sure you might be penalized from having so many links so quickly, but these guys are beating you just by having the right type of links. So make sure you go out there, and I would just copy these guys. The links that they're getting, like Plumbeers might be a plumbing website. Find Home Pro is definitely a good one. HVAC repair is definitely a good one you're going to want to get. Vallejo Museum has to do with where you're located. So stuff like that. Oh, it looks like it's a plumbing one. It's like a French plumbing site. So it might be a good link for you to get as well. Okay. And the last thing is put your name, address, and phone number in the same directories as these guys and add a bunch more on top. I would just make sure that it's spelled the exact same way it is on your Google My Business profile so it's all considered relevant to each other. Ron, if you want to take this free information and apply it yourself, please do. This is completely free education. My goal is just to help as many plumbers as possible, and you can help me with that by just giving me some feedback and letting me know if this is valuable information for you. And if you do want any help getting this stuff done, you can always give us a call. Our phone number is 214-441-6737. My personal cell phone is 805-618-6426. You can also just respond to this email. But either way, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye.